In recent days, a picture of Peggy sitting next to a man has been widely shared. Some people have begun to claim that the man is Taehyung. The reason for this confusion is understandable, as at first glance, the style of clothing, the shape of his face, and even the way he sits can all resemble Taehyung's. However, upon closer inspection, clear differences can be seen that indicate the man is not him. The most obvious difference is a bald spot visible on the top of the man's head in the photo. Taehyung does not have this characteristic. So far, there are no records, recent photos, or statements indicating that he has undergone any changes to his hair. Therefore, while it would be exciting to think that Taehyung was collaborating directly with Peggy, who is a very influential figure in the entertainment industry and involved in high-profile projects, we must accept that this time it is not him. It is important to be careful with the information we share, as this can lead to unnecessary confusion. Out of respect for both Taehyung and other public figures, it's best not to continue spreading that image claiming it's him. Moving on to another topic that has generated a lot of conversation, there's the recent ring that Taehyung has been wearing, which has sparked the interest of many of his followers. Over the past weekend, some photos circulated in which Taehyung can be seen spending time with children. These images were taken privately and weren't immediately published. Only after Taehyung confirmed his presence in South Korea did the images begin to circulate. What caught the most attention in these photos was a ring that Taehyung was wearing on the ring finger of his right hand. This detail didn't go unnoticed. In Korean culture, that particular finger is often associated with so-called couple rings. These types of rings are worn by people in a romantic relationship, as a subtle but meaningful way of showing their emotional commitment to someone. They don't necessarily represent a formal marriage commitment, but rather a promise or symbol of affection and loyalty. Many people have begun to associate that ring with Jungkook, and this assumption doesn't come out of nowhere. In the past, Taehyung and Jungkook have given each other various personal items such as bracelets, necklaces, clothes, and, on some occasions, rings that they've both worn for extended periods. These gifts not only reflect their closeness but also symbolize the trust and affection that exists between them. Therefore, it wouldn't be strange to think that the ring Taehyung is now wearing has a special meaning linked to Jungkook. It could be a new symbol that represents the commitment between the two, a discreet way of letting the world know that what they share is authentic, but it's common for couples to use these kinds of details to strengthen their bond and remind each other how important their relationship is. It's true that neither Taehyung nor Jungkook have made public statements about their relationship in formal terms, but the gestures, looks, and actions between them speak for themselves. Their way of interacting, their connection on and off stage, and the way they support each other indicate a special relationship based on respect, affection, and trust. Recently, some images were shared where Taehyung is seen visiting the military unit where he served. In these photos, he is seen spending time with the comrades with whom he served, once again showing the affection and respect he feels for those who have been part of his journey. As is well known, Taehyung has a kind and grateful nature. He is a person who treats others with respect and always tries to respond with kindness to those who have been close to him, whether in good times or bad. His way of being has led him to earn the appreciation of many people, although he has also had to face criticism. Even so, he continues forward with the intention of sharing the best of himself with the world. This sincere way of living is something that defines him, and it is one of the reasons why he has formed such special bonds with important people in his life. One of those bonds is the one he maintains with Jungkook, with whom he has built a solid relationship based on mutual support and understanding. Both have been there for each other in important moments. One such moment occurred when Taehyung injured his leg. Jungkook, attentive to his well-being, was constantly by his side. He made sure he didn't overexert himself to prevent his injury from worsening. At that moment, he recommended that if he wanted to participate in any choreography, he should do so without moving too much, using only his upper body. This not only showed his concern but also the respect he had for Taehyung's decisions, while still taking care of his health. It was during that event that a meaningful scene occurred. Jungkook took Taehyung's hand to help him up, and they walked together. It represented the kind of support that requires no words, only actions. Jungkook didn't walk away, he was simply there. And that speaks volumes about the relationship they share. It's not just affection, but a deep connection that has only grown stronger over time. Throughout their journey, the two have shown that their bond is based on respect, trust, and mutual care. They've accompanied each other through different stages of their lives and faced difficult times without ceasing to support each other. Their relationship is an example of how two people can grow together, supporting each other without judgment, and helping each other become better. We, as fans, can also learn from them. Just as Jungkook was there for Taehyung when he needed it, we can also be there for them now, offering our support amidst negative or malicious comments. There are those who criticize without knowing, those who post things that are unfounded, and that can be detrimental. But the support of those who sincerely appreciate them also has a significant value. Being there, not only when everything is going well, but also in the moments when they need strength, is a way of showing them that they are not alone. That their efforts, their artistry, and their humanity are valued by those who follow them, that respect for their relationship, their decisions, and their well-being is something we care about. Both Jungkook and Taehyung deserve an environment where they can express themselves without fear, grow without judgment, and live their lives with the freedom everyone deserves. And while we can't change what others say or think, we can choose how we act, with respect, understanding, and perseverance. True bonds are built over time, with small actions that leave a lasting impression. Taehyung and Jungkook's story doesn't need much explanation. It speaks for itself in the everyday gestures, the moments they share, and the way they care for each other. And that, beyond anyone's opinion, is what truly matters. In recent years, the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook has grown from just a close friendship to a deep, constant, and trusting bond. Although those who have known them for a long time always knew their connection was special, it's even more noticeable today. Before, their gestures between them were brief, almost hidden. Only the most attentive fans picked up on them. But now, that closeness has become a natural part of their daily lives, and they don't try to hide it. There's no need. The way they treat each other speaks for itself. It's no longer just about sharing laughs or quick hugs. Their relationship is reflected in the way they hold each other, how they search for each other with their eyes amidst the hustle and bustle, or how one approaches the other without saying a word, as if they know exactly what the other needs. It's a connection that has grown over time, fueled by trust, patience, and connection. Taehyung and Jungkook have learned to care for each other, whether they're on stage in front of thousands of people or in a quiet moment behind the scenes. When they're together, they don't need to say much. There are gestures that speak louder than any words. Sometimes, they hold hands for no apparent reason, just because they feel like it. Other times, they offer small massages to relieve fatigue, straighten each other's clothes, fix each other's hair, or simply sit together in silence, enjoying each other's presence. These details show a closeness that doesn't come easily, and that isn't replicated with other members of the group. It's something that identifies them, that unites them. There are scenes that remain etched in our memories, moments before a concert, for example, when we see them preparing. While some review their parts or concentrate, the two of them calmly approach each other. Sometimes, Jungkook places a hand on Taehyung's shoulder or whispers something that makes him smile. Other times, it's Taehyung who offers words of encouragement, gently touching her back to reassure her. It's clear they find security in each other, that their presence has a positive effect on both of them. These kinds of gestures aren't part of a script or an act. They're real, natural. They spring from the affection and history they've built together. It's easy to see that their bond goes beyond what's usually seen between co-workers or even friends. It's a deep, emotional bond that has grown stronger over time. And although it's often not spoken about directly, it's present in every interaction between them. Their relationship, like that of any couple, has simple but meaningful moments. It's not about grand displays all the time, but about consistency. About being there for each other, even on ordinary days. Jungkook and Taehyung have found a way to communicate with small acts, glances that last longer than usual, gentle smiles, gestures of care and attention that speak volumes without words. That's what makes their story special. In a world where people are often expected to act a certain way or hide their feelings, they choose to show themselves as they are. They don't force anything, they don't exaggerate, but they don't hide either. That has enormous value. Because it sets an example for others that it's possible to be authentic, that it's possible to live with emotional honesty, even when there are many eyes on you.